Spyro review video, and today we are back with my Spyro game reviews. And as you can see from the title, a lot of y'all would probably start puking from the title that y'all, even from the thumbnail of a lot of y'all people hate this Spyro game. Which I don't think I think it kind of doesn't deserve all the hate that it's getting because, if you if you think about it or look deeper in it, it definitely tried to be a Spyro 4, right? Because it actually does take place after Spyro 3, but I think it just kind of failed to be an actual one, Spyro 4. And that's probably why a lot of people, and including me, want an actual Spyro 3. I mean, Spyro 4. But anyway, yeah, Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, or the game that is the king of bugs. That even it had so many bugs. When I played it, I did not be able to finish the game. I never was able to complete all 100% just because of this game was broken. So, let's start, shall we? So, we start out with Hunter screaming automatically. For no apparent reason, really. And a lot of people I've seen, fun fact, or a fact I want to tell y'all, which is kind of weird and funny, but people saying that this game is going to be bad after you see Hunter screaming like that. But basically, we can see that all the baby dragons that were freed in the previous game, before this game, are having their own dragonflies. And they're getting their own baby dragonflies. But guess what? Ripto manages to appear. Why the heck? Why? 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 I know I said why probably like 5 or 6 times, but still, why does Ripto... He's dead. Ripto's supposed to be dead. He died in lava. It doesn't make sense. Right? And didn't Gulp and Crush die? But, anyway. Ripto explains that, he is going to be... He couldn't deal with dragons. After he would stop dealing with dragons, he thought perhaps taking dragonflies. Not dragons, but dragonflies. So, his scepter goes wrong. He banishes every dragonfly all over the world and not to his castle or his fortress where he wanted the dragonflies to go. Even Sparks, he teleported. So Sparks is... Spyro does not have Sparks because it's banished. But Ripto basically explains that without the dragonflies, the dragons are nothing, and soon all the dragons will be his. All the dragonflies and realms will be his. So, and I don't know why, Hunter just makes me mad at this part, but he just calls Ripto that little lizard to steal all the dragonflies, and it's like Hunter never saw Ripto to begin with, even though he did. But Bianca said that Bianca told Spyro and Hunter that she has an idea to get the baby dragonflies back for the baby dragons. And then immediately on the next cutscene, we find Sparks. Not even in the game ourselves, we find Sparks. And then Bianca has an idea of how to catch the dragonflies. She gave Spyro some magic where he can gain different abilities in order to get the dragonflies. Which one of them's ice, one of them's electric, and of course the fire ability, and one of them is bubbles. the bubble breath ability is very useful, just because that's really what you catch the dragonflies in. You gotta catch them in bubbles. So, we start off with the game. Now we start off with the game, and we see Bianca tells us that if we get these room stones and take them to the Elder Spirit Dragon, he will grant us new abilities. And the abilities that we collect, the more we can progress through the different areas of the world, the Dragon Realm. There are different areas, not worlds, they're just different areas. And they're blocked by gates that are secured by a certain ability that you need to attain to progress through. So, oh, and I forgot to tell you as well, guess who freaking shows up in this game? Guess. Moneybags. Yep, Moneybags comes back in this game as a magician kind of haiku speaker, and he only appears once in this game. Thankfully, he only appears once in this game, but I just feel like that's kind of a waste of Greg Berger's voice acting to do just one character, just one time. Which I just feel like it's kind of waste. I don't know why. But that's just me complaining. And like on the other Spyro games, this has speedways. Except, this time, in the speedways, there are no hunter missions in the speedways. But in certain other levels, there are hunter missions. There's still hunter missions, but not in the speedways. And they're really good, actually. They're pretty good. I mean, that rainbow one, and that Rainbow Speedway and Cloud 9 sucked like crap and on it, just because of how difficult it was to me. But anyway, back to the story. Ripto, the next cutscene we see, Ripto and Gulp and Crush go back to their fortress, and Ripto figures out that all the dragonflies are not in his fortress. Oh, and something else I forgot to mention. Gulp and Crush talk in this game. Who even thought the idea to give Crush and Gulp voices, right? Why? Whose idea was it to give them voices? And then, basically, Ripto freaking murders. Well, first Crush, which still I don't like how I'm actually speaking, but he says he thinks his scepter went wrong and scattered all the dragonflies across the world. So, Ripto freaking kills Gulp and Crush immediately. So, Ripto gets his Riptox to go and collect them all and to stop Spyro. And then after you collect all 90 dragonflies, if I remember, you fight the final boss. Yeah. The one thing that sucks about Enter the Dragonfly is the only boss in the game is Ripto. That's it. We don't even get to fight any other boss fights. We don't even get to fight Crush. We don't even get to fight Gulp, just because Ripto kills them with his scepter. And there's no other bosses. So yeah, Ripto is the first and only boss in the game, which is kind of disappointing. So Ripto turns himself into a giant hulkish monster. And of course his scepter failed him again. And he tells Spyro that he wouldn't see the last of him, and last one of them would be sorry. So, all the baby dragonflies have been returned to their little baby dragons. And everybody was happy, and all the baby dragonflies got their dragonflies. Our baby dragons got their baby dragonflies. And that is Enter the Dragonfly. So, what are my final thoughts? Story doesn't make sense, really. At least to me, it doesn't make sense. Especially bringing back Ripto from the dead, which he freaking fell in lava, so why would he even come back to life to begin with? Moneybags, I really did not like, but I kind of did like that he was only in one. He was just once used. But it still kind of feel like it was a waste, right? To just have Moneybags in one level. And then, basically, the levels I love. Speedways, Hunter missions I love. I really hate the Tiki drumming mission. Oh my goodness, that one's so hard. I just want to scream on that one. Because I'm just very hard at memorizing a pattern and stuff. Gosh, I don't like doing that mission. But I do like, the levels are decent, you know? They are decent. But they're just wasn't what they were supposed to be if this game wasn't stupidly rust. if that is the word to use in this sentence, in that saying. Which, yeah, this game was rust. That's why this game is overly hated. Just because they were on a short deadline. And just like, is this weird? Is it weird? But Twin Sanity also had the same treatment. At least it was still good and not bad, like Enter the Dragonfly. But it was also Rust. So Spyro and Crash both had a game that was Rust. But that is just my opinions. I want y'all to leave y'all's opinions down in the comment section. And, I mean, this could have been a well-deserved Spyro 4 if it was not Rust. If it was not Rust, if it didn't have bad animations and stuff, and a better story, I think it would have been much better. And a story that makes sense. And if Ripto would have explained more detail of why he was back, I think that would have made it much more sense. But, sadly, they just deserved what it is they went to. And this game is a chunk load of bugs. Like a whole truck of a huge truck of glitches, filled with glitches. That's how many glitches are in this game. I mean, Crash Twin Sanity has over 500 bugs right now. Very recently, it has over 500 bugs discovered. Yeah, 500 bugs in one game. I think Twin Sanity may be the Crash game that has the most bugs, but Spyro may be overtaking that. Who knows? But, like I said, enough of my complaining. I definitely want to hear what y'all guys think in the comment section down below. And do y'all think Enter the Dragonfly is a little too, or people calling it the worst Spyro game? Do you think it's kind of a little overreacting, or just, you know, do you think it's not deserved to be called as bad? I mean, it is kind of bad, but not bad as people say it is. But I definitely want y'all to tell me. So next time is, I believe, Spyro A Hero's Tale, which that game was okay to me. I mean, not really one of the best ones. The story didn't really make sense a little bit to me, but I think it was still decent. But, of course, I'll save that for the next review, if A Hero's Tale is the next one. So hopefully we get Spyro 4 next year. A true Spyro 4. Not Enter the Dragonfly, but a true Spyro 4. So we'll see you next video. Bye!